Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, entitled parents moved my stuff at beach, got ticketed for theft. Entitled stepdad threatened to take me to court. Their culture doesn't respect women, ma'am, we're taking about a swing. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled parents moved my stuff at beach, got ticketed for theft. Hi all. Story that happened to me yesterday. I am on vacation at a touristy beach spot. Went out mid-morning to the beach before the crowds and set up my towel, umbrella, chair, cooler, etc. Around 11 a.m. while laying on my towel tanning with headphones, and I get a tap on my shoulder. Open my eyes to a middle-aged woman standing over me and her family and young kids starting to set up multiple umbrellas, chairs, toys about 10 foot behind me. When I took my headphones out, the woman proceeds to tell me that my bathing suit is inappropriate to be around her children and so I will need to move. Note, bathing suit is a cheeky bikini bottom, but not a thong. I tell her I was there first, they can find somewhere else to set up if it offends her. She proceeds to say there's no other close spots to the water. I tell her I'm not moving and put headphones back in. About an hour later, I decide to hop in the water for a dip to cool off. While in the water, I look at the shoreline and the woman has packed up my stuff with her husband and is carrying it away from the area. I hop out of the water and get a lifeguard to call beach security while I watch them walking my stuff up the beach to relocate it. Beach security and myself approach them, they try to play dumb and say it's their stuff, so they are asked to open the wallet to show ID. Surprise, it's my ID. Cops are then called, and I chose to press charges for theft. And I gore my spot back since the family was escorted/kicked off the beach. I need to go to the beach with you now. You would stop my shit from getting stolen. I would even pay you. LOL, I'm so anal about stuff getting stolen that even when in the water I'm like always checking my stuff on the shoreline if no one is sitting there guarding it. They got what they deserved. I absolutely hate entitled people who think they can get whatever they want. Unfortunately, their children learn from them and we end up with more. And entitled idiots seem to make the most babies. How cheeky of them. You are my hero. 1. Being able to wear a cheeky bikini. 2. Standing up for yourself. 3. Making sure Ms. Karen and company pay for stealing your stuff and your spot. I'm an early beachgoer, too. Too old for a bikini, lol. I always try to set up just above the high water mark. Some loud family will almost always set themselves and enough equipment, including tents, to keep them for a week. The kids running, kicking sand at me and running over my stuff. I don't get angry, just sit and wait. First, the kids leave snacks in bags open, and the gangster seagulls have a party. Then the tide comes in and washes their stuff away. I then have my view back. Have a great summer. I used to leave my wallet/purse in the locked trunk of my car, and take enough paper money in a baggie for lunch at the concession. It would get attached to, and buried with, the umbrella pole. These guys would have gotten all your stuff. You wouldn't have had an ID to prove it was yours. How flipping entitled can you be? That's outrageous. Glad you busted them. Always use the buddy system because people are assholes. Entitled stepdad threatened to take me to court. As you all know, I am publishing a book about my abuse. Read my other posts for more explanation. But he molested me as a teenager and SA me. He was very abusive. I am writing my book about the abuse I endured and suffered. My mother told him about my book and how it's about him, etc. I haven't talked to him in a very long time. He was cut out of my life a long time ago. I got a message from a weird number. Keep in mind he's not supposed to message me because I have a protective order against him and it's for good reason. He messaged me after he changed his number. I had his number blocked. I have a feeling my mother gave him my phone number. The message said, I will take you to court if you publish this book. You will be sorry. If you publish, I will sue you for everything you have. If you publish this, we want a cut of your profits. I saw this message and was like, WTF. I didn't even respond because of the protective order. I didn't want to break it. What an entitled prick. Contact the appropriate people that he violated the order. As for the book, speak to a lawyer. I don't know all the details, but you should be able to find someone who can assist you in publishing this book without opening yourself up to civil lawsuits. Yup, Carrot, I bet the publisher already has their own lawyers too and would be in their best interest to advise you on this. And report him for violating the court order. Talk to the court about him breaking the court order. He already broke it when he messaged you. The truth is a complete defense against defamation claims. Came to say this. Let's assume he does sue. Now he has to address these accusations in open court, on the record, under oath. Depending on the laws where OP is, the burden of proof for a defamation case typically rests on the plaintiff, i.e. the abuser. This means he has to prove statements are false. OP could end up completely validated in a court of law, and if OP were to countersue, the abuser could be the one who picks up the tab and ends up paying OP. So the problem that seems to be is, was he found guilty in a court of law? If he was, then he likely cannot hit you with slander, but if it wasn't, he could likely sue under slander. I believe. I am not a lawyer. I would recommend speaking to one in this case. Go to the courts with the messages and get him in trouble for breaking the protective order. If you don't do anything, he will find a way to make you pay for publishing the book. Getting him in trouble now will, hopefully, get him to back off. As other people have said, contact the authorities. What also concerns me is that he said, we want a cut of your profits. Does we include your mom? OP's previous post mentioned that their mom told them that if they publish the book, she wants 50% of the profits. I wouldn't worry about anything until you actually get an official notice. Until then, let him make his little threats and save everything. Their culture doesn't respect women, ma'am. We're taking about a swing. So a bit of context. This happened about 4 years ago when me and my friends wanted to go to a park just to hang out and have fun. All of the kids and parents in my neighborhood would go to the park as it's extremely close by and big. There was this certain double swing at the park where two people could just sit down and it would act as a regular swing, except it would go very, very high. This was a very popular area at the park, so there was a long line of kids wanting to go on them, but me and my friend just patiently waited. So after waiting for about 10 to 20 minutes, me and my friend just got on and we started swinging. All was well for about a minute when all of a sudden I see a lady in my neighborhood march up to me with her kid. This will be EM. At the time I didn't know the lady too well, as she had recently moved in around 5 months prior, but I heard from some of my other friends at the time that she was pretty rude. So this is how the confrontation went down. Keep in mind this was a while ago, so some dialogue might be a little different to what actually happened, but it was overall a memorable event, so I remember most of what happened. Excuse me? Me and my son have been waiting here for 2 hours now, can we get on please? Thanks. Me, no sorry, we just got on. Also, we saw you cut all these kids, so I'm not sure why you're lying. EM1, well that's true, but me and my son really want to get on. Thanks. Me, yeah no, you'll have to wait your turn as we literally got on like a minute ago. EM1, yeah, but still you kids always come here and this is like our first or second time being at this park. Me, if the kid you cut in front of is fine with you going after him, then sure you can after we are done. EM1, I can't wait that long though, please just let me have like 20 minutes on the swing. This is his first time, so please let us get on. Me, I just said I'll let you go after me, relax, we won't take that long. M1, just let us get on now or else. I start to get a little annoyed at this point. Me, okay, well, you can keep waiting, cause like I said, we just got on. At this point, she's done with the nice act and is full on yelling at me, but then her friend, EM2, entered the conversation. Keep in mind her friend is at the other swings just pushing her kids back and forth and has no business in this conversation, but I guess she heard what was going on. EM2, it's fine. EM1, they just don't respect women in their culture, so don't mind them being rude. Me, what are you talking about? We're just on a swing, so what does this have to do with culture? EM1, she means that the religion your parents or whoever taught you clearly doesn't support respecting women. I'm assuming she must have seen my mother wearing a hijab, which is a scarf that Muslim women wear, at some point around the neighborhood and just doesn't like our religion. Me, what the hell are you even saying? At this point, my friend is just telling me that we should just let them onto the swing to not get into trouble. So we just sadly hand over the double swing and they smirk at us leaving. EM1, thank you, and maybe from now on treat women with respect. Me, well, I treat everyone with respect till they start to become a massive asshole. This lady took that to heart. Now that I think about it, I should have just walked away or said okay, whatever. M1, excuse me? How dare you say that to me? I just wanted to teach you to respect women. EM2, boys like you are the problem with today's society. Me, I don't care. EM1, also how dare you curse in front of these children like that? Me, okay, whatever, I'm sorry, can you please leave us alone now? We already gave you what you wanted. EM2, you caused the problem and started to harass us, so you leave us alone. Me, okay, bye. M1, no. I will not let you off the hook. Apologize for harassing me and my son. They start to yell and scream, and by now the entire park is hearing what's happening. Now somehow a different lady starts walking towards us who, BTW, has nothing to do with the situation yet, probably assumed we were some bad kids or something, not sure. She will be random Karen, RK, as I'm not sure if she knew EMs or not. RK, hello, excuse me kids, I just read the rules of this park and it says that only 5 to 12-year-olds are allowed on the playgrounds. So if you two boys do not leave, I will be calling the cops. Me, what? This is a public park. We sat down a swing and you'll call the cops? Also, where are these rules that you mentioned? Please show them to me. And we already did what the lady asked us to do as well. What is the problem? RK, okay, fine, I'm calling the cops. EM1, haha, serves you right for harassing me and my son. Me, yeah, sure, I was harassing you. I'll just wait for the police. It's not like they'll do anything since I didn't break any rules. Also, who even are you to call the police on me? Did you not see the two random ladies yelling at me over a swing? RK, trust me, I can see who's in the right or wrong, and I clearly see that you've been disrespecting these adults. By now, I get that arguing is getting me nowhere, so I'm just waiting for the cops to arrive and tell me I'm not breaking any rules. So about 20 minutes pass and the cops arrive and start to question the EM1, EM2, and RK. He then comes to question me, but EM1 keeps shouting in the distance. Cop, hey kids, so these ladies over here say that you. M1, he harassed me and my child, why do you need to question him? Cop, ma'am, can you please quiet down? I'm only trying to understand the situation some more. The EM1 angrily stays quiet, but she's still glaring at me. I proceed to tell the cop everything that happens. Cop, okay, so it's nothing like what they told me. They were saying you hit that lady's kid and that you broke into the playground, which to me sounded silly. Me, all of that was lies. They were just really mad at me for some reason. Cop, yeah, I understand some people are just like that. Best thing to do is just walk away next time. And don't worry, they won't bother you anymore. The cop then asks some of the other nearby people just to confirm what was going on, and they thankfully said similar things to what I had told him. So he went back to the ladies and simply told them not to disturb us again or else he would arrest them for harassing us kids. They had an incredible look of anger and embarrassment that the cop didn't believe their lies. We finally had gotten some peace at the park. Now that I'm writing this, I find it incredibly strange that 3 middle-aged women were yelling at a 12-year-old. I still see EM1 around the neighborhood to this day, and I've had some simple conversations with her over the years, but she still holds a grudge, lol. Sorry if grammar or formatting was bad, I'm on phone. Bigoted bunch of pigs. I would have just walked away telling them I don't deal with racists. I was only like 12 or 13 at the time, I didn't know all those words, but yeah, I feel you, man, some people are messed up. However, many times I talked to her since this event, she always made it clear that she didn't like my religion. Is what it is though, not like I'm gonna let a random 40-year-old bring me down. Wow, I really wish this was on film. The more evidence we all rack up on these Karens, the more we'll understand their species. But we will ever understand them? I love the idea. Like football games tapes, study and learn. I'm sorry that people are like that. The sense of entitlement these days is unreal. You should have stood your ground on the swing, but I can understand why you didn't. I wouldn't have given it to them, I would have stayed even longer on the swing just to piss them off more awful. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.